Reduce CO2 for a better taste of beef. Our bill will propose that industries and companies that are the highest producers of CO2 to reduce the amount of CO2. This will cause better health of beef consumption and production, as well as reduce the amount of intake of CO2 within plants that cows consume. We will accomplish this goal by informing how companies should reduce the amount of CO2 usage. The positive outcome of this bill is informing the viewers and companies to warn them about CO2 emissions.
So how does CO2 affect cattle? Cattle are exposed to levels of CO2 will experience impaired breathing. This means that the cattle will be a lot more stressed out, and stress makes meat have a lower pH, a lighter color, and it makes it tougher. By having energy companies like Vistra reduce their use of natural gases, and by having them promote solar energy, which still produces CO2 gas for the first 2 years of operation, but after those 2 years, they become neutral. So they can significantly reduce their CO2 production, and we wouldn't have to remove any CO2 from meat production.
So what are some of the negative outcomes of this bill? It generates more global greenhouse gas emissions. What will be difficult about enacting this bill and ensuring it is followed, not sticking to our plan or a error in our predictions?
During this project, I was required to combine two equations, so I decided to add them to see the concentrated amount that predicts the growth if multiple food products are consumed within the same time period. The x-axis represents the long-term effect of beef production, as well as other food consumptions producing CO2 emissions, while it also represents the starting year of the corporation all the way to the predicted long-term growth from 1961 all the way to 2022. The y-axis represents the increased amount of beef production producing CO2 emissions, as well as other food consumptions, to see if it increases or decreases or stays neutral.